Good day, welcome to this video. Today we have a sub request by SeFlyingFaultier for the Firecrest. This is an aircraft I have not covered in several years, and there's a good reason for that, because I hated it at first. Now I know what you're thinking. Joe, it's a 2.3, rank 2, it's probably one of the faster 2.3s that we have available, gets an air spawn, etc. Why did you hate it? You're an idiot. No, it's not because of how it is now. I hated it because of how it was back then. This thing, if memory serves me correctly, was around 4.0 when I last used it, properly anyway. And this is a plane that has definitely had its fair share of change, and for the better, to be honest. It needed this. And I must admit, it's good to revisit this thing, and I've definitely had some fun with it in practice matches, and it's very capable. It's actually pretty strong now, I must say. And I never thought I'd say that about this thing. And yet, the Fire brand still sits at like 4037-ish, but yeah. This is a step in the right direction for these sorts of Blackburn aircraft, because obviously they were historically known for being a bit crap, but well, can't build everything amazing, can you? So, of course, in terms of armament, we do have two 12.7s, which we are going to be running the ground belts on this. Tight convergence, though, due to the fact that we only have two guns and we need as much firepower on target as possible. And, of course, they are M3 branded machine guns, so they will burn through their ammo relatively quickly. We can carry some ordnance, we can carry a torpedo, which we will not be, some rockets, which we might do, and some bombs, which, again, we might do. It depends on what matchmaking we get, to be honest. The main selling point of the Firecrest is the Bristol Centurious 59 with 2,775 horsepower. This is the most powerful engine at this BR, and it certainly proves that. Of course, it's quite a heavy aircraft, and of course the guns are not the best, but the fact that this thing gets a strike aircraft spawn, M3 50 cal machine guns, nearly 2,800 horsepower, and it's relatively maneuverable. Obviously you get no armor, but well, that's to be expected. This is actually not a bad plane anymore, and I must admit, I'm glad they've done this. And yet, some planes like the Kai 109 just can't be fixed, but, you know, that's just how it is, I'm afraid. So, let's get in and let's get cracking. We've got a lot to do, of course, with this thing, and only 600 rounds to do it, but as I said, if we need bombs or whatever, we can take them accordingly. So that'll be interesting, to say the least. Anyway, I'll see you all in the first match. About 10 seconds later, we get our first match, which, not too bad for Smolensk. This is actually a pretty good map for this plane. Gives us plenty of time to climb up, plenty of time to set up, and go from there, really. So we'll take a quick look at the matchmaking to decide what to do. So this is 3.3, so we are max up tier. So I am actually going to take the 500 pounders. Normally I wouldn't, but, well, we're not taking this thing seriously. We're just having a bit of fun, that's all. Obviously it is a sub request, so just bear in mind. I was going to say, it took me a bit of time to spawn in there. That was unusual. Just bear in mind, we're not actually going to be playing this thing seriously. We're just going to be having a bit of fun. Like, that's all these sub requests and stuff like that are about. At least I try to have fun. The next sub-request in the agenda that I've got to do next is the goddamn F2H Banshee, I think it is. I think it's the Banshee. I know there's one more. There's the Panther D, but I think that's after the Banshee, which I'm not looking forward to that. To say it's called the Banshee, I am not looking forward to that because, well, it's kind of trash, to say the least. It's not, like, a bad plane, it's just the fact that the guns suck, and yeah, not looking forward to that one. But anyhow, since it's going to take a minute or two to get into the match, I will see you all in a minute. Well, welcome back. As you can tell, we are pretty much above the entire enemy team, bar that 111. This thing climbs really well. And we've already got our first customer for today, Mr. P38. Who's been trying to attack bombers half the time, and he thought he had the airspeed, bless him. Unfortunately, mate, you didn't. See, like, 250s, they don't hit a huge... Like, they don't like, do a huge amount of damage, but, like, you can still get pilot snipes with these, so it's not as bad. It's just... just 250s ain't great. Now, from what I've read, the fact that they're mounted in the wings is actually wrong. Just fat-fingered the engine off key by accident. Like I said, the fact is that I just need to quickly restart the engine a sec. The fact is that from what I've seen, it never had them mounted in the wings. Nope, someone's not happy. Why is my engine not restarting? I don't think my engine's restarting. Oh, now it is. There we go. I didn't think it was going to restart then. I was a bit worried. There we go. See, that's when the guns hit really hard. On occasion. They don't always do it. What's this guy going on about? Oh, I think someone base stole him or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a base steal. Okay, well, Stuka has just joined the squirrels for today. That's good. I think my next target's going to be that P-51. Okay, never mind. He just died. This thing just fights teams that just doesn't seem to have a huge amount of intelligence. That's for sure. Speaking of that, we have someone who's diving down from the heavens to go after an IL-2 that's farming AAA. You literally had a huge energy advantage, mate, over all of us, and you decide to do that. Okay, right, well, let's show you what a 1945/46 aircraft can do, and never mind, he has become an unexpected loft conversion. Or in Daytoris' case, if you remember him, a planned one, because that's his normal thing. Yeah, I don't really use the Firecrest a lot. I know Daytoris does in Naval, and apparently this thing's alright in Naval. That I have been told. But that's coming from someone who doesn't play British Naval, so like I don't have the knowledge of that. But from what I've been told by Daytoris, this thing's actually pretty good. Like, the torpedo's solid, the fact that it's relatively maneuverable, it has air brakes, like, it's solid from what he's told me, and I mean, it is Daytoris talking here, but, you know, like, you've got to take it with a grain of salt regardless. Because it's naval, but, you know, like, Daytoris might be onto something, is all I'll say. And yeah, in case you're new to the channel, Daytoris is kind of the guy we just take the piss out of all the time. He's used to it. Yeah, he wants to help the teammate. Well, he's charged ahead of all of us whilst we went and farmed. So I'm going to get rid of these bombs and then, hopefully, go and help him. I don't think the bombs will kill the pillbox. No, I didn't think they would. And the IL-2 is now doing a somersault in front of a P-39, which isn't ending particularly well for him. Well, it would be ending better, or worse for him, but, yeah, the P-39 just binned it. What is it with people binning it these days? Like, it's not hard to fly half of these aircraft in the game. And speaking of binning it, I think the IL-2's about to, but this guy's going to go and runway camp. He's level 6. I heavily suspect a Smurf. So, we're just going to have to deal with that. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And yep, there goes the IL-2. Had a feeling that would happen. So, 109 coming down from high out. He's quite important at the minute. Oh, excuse me. And then we have the P-36 over there as well. That thing's maneuverable, but it's not top notch. Like, it's maneuverable enough that I can do stuff with it. But, you know, it's not what you call a Spitfire, that's for sure. Because one, it's much fatter than a Spitfire, it doesn't have the it's not exactly maneuverable anyway. Like, it's reasonably maneuverable for what it is, but it's no Spitfire. Far from it. I think he's trying an old attack approach, which I know that attack approach on the back of my hand. There goes the P-36. Come on, mate. I ain't got all day. Just make your attack and then buzz off. So the nice thing is that, as I said, it's maneuverable enough to do what you need it to do. Why are you shooting at trees, mate? That's not going to end well for you. Especially given to the fact that you just flew into half my team. Also the fact that you're flying after a DB7, and I'm faster than you on the deck, so is that yak. So, I think what you've done here, my friend, is cocked up. Because I will catch you. And so will he. And he's more pissed off, I can tell you that much. And he also has cannon, which is more afraid. Like, it's more scary. You can see what I mean about the low altitude speed of this aircraft. It's insane. Like, for its BR, remember. I mean, I'm outrunning that yak at the minute. Obviously, I think the yak 1 has a higher top speed on the deck. I don't remember. But the fact is that I'm basically keeping up with a yak 1, which is well known for its low altitude speed. And there we go, that's kill number 3. It's fast, it's relatively maneuverable, it's versatile. It's so much better than what it was back in the 4.0 days. So now all that's left is the BF-109 we saw earlier, who was doing donuts of his freaking airfield. So we've just got to hope that he doesn't waste our time. I've got enough bullets to kill him, so that's at least positive, but I could win this the old-fashioned way, but that'd be boring, and nothing should be boring, that's for sure. No, I think he's actually coming out to fight. Although I think he thinks this is a one-on-one fight. I'm going to make sure you don't get back to that runway, that's for sure.
Somebody attack him!
But we'll see about that. I think he's going to take a head-on with the VG, which the VG will win that if he's got cannon left. If not, my money's more on the Messerschmitt anyway. Because I think he's in an E1, I'm not sure. But we'll soon find out. Yak 1 just shot down that AI. And if you notice, he's trying to run back to his runway, but I think he's about to join the squirrels. Nope. He dodged the squirrels. And I think, yep, there we go, that's it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. 3 air, 5 grand, I'll take that. Nice easy run. Not a bad run at all. That was pretty simple. And in the hands of a decent, capable player, this thing can definitely do some work, that's for sure. And I even got one of my dailies done, so there you go. So yeah, if you do happen to gain access to this vehicle, it's definitely one that you're going to have a lot of use out of. And personally, it's one that you should play even in ground RB. This thing's still pretty solid from when I last played it. And I'm fairly certain this thing at 2.3 in ground RB is going to be absolutely cracked, but that's up for you lot to decide. Anyway, I'm going to let you off for today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the Firecrest in action, and I'll see you all on the next one.